Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink. It is time for some Path of Exile discussion. Today, I wanted to put out a tour of the new Atlas Hideout. This is exclusive to the most expensive of the 2023 core supporter packs. And as a result, it's something that is a very expensive purchase. I expect most people won't buy, but it is there if you just got a bonus from work or something and you feel like you want to spend some money. Anyways, this is the Hideout South End. The South End doesn't really have that much purpose to it other than just the spectacular views that you'll see down here. And you won't in practice use it very much unless you elect to move your map device here. That is very much an option you could take. And if you do that, you want to have the stash in its default position, which is somewhere near here, near the guild stash. And then you will also want to have at least a couple of the vendors nearby, closer than they are currently. And if you do decide to go that way, you move your waypoint somewhere else, but probably keep it down the South End. Then you have the main key thing of this supporter pack, which is this fantastic Atlas display. Now this reflects your current progression through the Atlas in the league. You'll see here that I do not have this map tile set filled in. That's one of the unique maps that I've just been slack. I think it's Putrid Cloister. Likewise, Moon Temple, I haven't got the Moon Temple unique map done either. Now these maps do not reflect the color that they are on the actual Atlas for you. So you'll see here that I'm using a 4 Voidstone Atlas, and so things like Strand are red, but so also is Crimson Temple, Spider Forest, Mausoleum, everything's red. Here, the unique Strand there is red, but the normal Strand is a white tier map. The Crimson Temple is a white tier map, and so on and so forth. It's not based upon the number of Voidstones you've got socketed in your Atlas. Next we'll come up to the top, and I've made a couple of minor modifications here. I've added in the Sacrificial Map Portal, which is also from the same series of supporter packs, replacing the default map portal that's there. There is also the Atlas map portal that is available in this same supporter pack as well. I've also added the Scourge hideout decoration, which allows you to toggle between two sets of decorations, one of which is the default and one of which is a bit of a hellscape. I'm not going to do that on this video because I've set up an extreme flashbang joke hideout there, and that's something that I don't think is appropriate for anyone that's viewing this that might have photosensitive epilepsy. Now, one of the other key features here is that you can toggle zoom in this, and then you can see quite a bit further out. And this is the thing that is a really impressive addition here. And it makes the south end of the hideout feel a bit more useful because it starts to look a lot better. And you can also zoom further out for purposes of just looking out over into the abyss, over into these abyssal eternities or whatever they are, these areas that look kind of spectacular off to the side. Anyways, that is the Atlas Hideout. I have decided that I will be submitting not a super chase item for my Voidborn Reliquary key. I decided to go with a niche useful item instead, and I've submitted a replica cold iron point there. It's an item that will probably always remain useful, but will be unlikely to be an extreme chase item, and it's something that I feel they might decide to put a medium rarity on it. I probably won't ever pull one of them out of a reliquary myself, but there will be a fair number of them going around in the Trade League economy, so if it is an item that you particularly like, you can probably pick up a shiny ruby version of it after that reliquary key goes live, which I expect will happen over the next week or so as more and more people start submitting items to that reliquary. There will, of course, be a fair number of Mage Bloods and Headhunters added to it, and those will be extremely, extremely rare pulls, and they will also bias the key itself to being rarer than it otherwise would be. Hopefully this has been useful to you in deciding whether or not you want this expensive supporter pack. May your Varlorbs have interesting results, and I will see you around.